You may think you know McDonald's drinks, but you don't know them like this. From fruity refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry-flavored Sprite topped with cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Try them all, now at McDonald's. Refreshers contain caffeine.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are... Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream team.
And new habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working it.
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney Plus, rated PG.
This spring, Uber Eats has you covered. Whether you're celebrating mom, dad, or your favorite grad, not all of us are great planners, and with the Uber Eats gift hub, you don't have to be. Send flowers, perfume, champagne, or just their favorite meal straight to their door. Gifts arrive in as little as 25 minutes, and you can add a personalized video message for that additional so-not-last-minute touch. So this spring, get a leg up on gift giving with Uber Eats. Last-minute gifts that land every time. Must be 21 or older to purchase alcohol. Product availability varies per region. See app for details.
Hello!
Hello, everyone.
You have to turn on the video for this because somebody is debuting like, if you were a pop star, this would be the sign of a new era, a new album.
Yeah. I mean, it's a new era for me anyway, but...
100%. It is the cutest haircut I've ever seen, the cutest hair color. Woo! Look at that. Now everybody's going to have to go to the video.
I know, because I haven't even posted it on social media yet, because I was out this weekend, but it was dark outside and it wasn't going to give what it needed to give, so I didn't take any pictures. So... you guys are getting the first if I haven't posted over the weekend, but I don't think I will because I'm not going anywhere.
It's so cute. We need to do a little photo shoot with your hair, debut.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with it. Did you say she's toning it again? Do you want to do that?
I don't want her to tone it. I told her I don't want her to. I like this color.
I really love this color.
Yeah.
This is on a yacht hair.
Yeah.
Shaking your ass on a fucking yacht.
I'm
oh my God. I love it. And with the lipstick, like everything is like, it's so fucking cute. And like, you're very ready for summer.
Mm-hmm. I've been getting my lashes done too.
Wait, shut up. When did that start?
2 weeks ago. You've seen me since.
Not in person, so like
no,
you know,
yeah, I know.
Like
my eyelashes are. You can't really see them as it is.
It's our eyes. It's the angle of both of our. We have the same eyes. It's the angle of our eyes and like how we film. Like you can't tell what if we have to do mascara. We have no mascara, lashes. But no, now that you point it out, I can definitely see some more definition.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get them bigger in it when I get a fill. I wanted to see. I got just the natural ones just to see how it look on camera. It's not big enough, so I'm gonna get more.
I think Lily like fully applies a strip lash for on camera, and I was like, that's a dedication that like I just like do not fucking have.
No. These are so easy. Like
I've never learned how to do a strip lash either.
No, I can't. I fully can't do it.
No,
it's not a skill that I have. And, again, in the same way that, I go to a mechanic to fix my car. I go to a lash esthetician, lash tech to do my lashes because that's their job.
No, that's their job. That's the rule now. Like they are that's what they're supposed to do. And like that's not my calling. And like who am I to like to tread over the training and like the skill set that you have and be like I can just do this myself.
Right. And I also I've never been able to get a full eye exam because when they do that I can't keep my eyes open. So what am I supposed to do like on my own?
I always wonder that, like, is the test, like, if you can keep your eye open, then, like, technically you have failed? Because I'm like, I don't know how.
I don't know.
Unless you numb when I found out when I got LASIK, when they put these numbing eye drops in my eye, and they were like, you just won't blink. And I was like, no, I think I'll blink. They're like, no, blinking is, like, a subconscious thing that you do because your eyes start to feel dry. You will not blink if your eyes are numb. And I was like, are you sure?
Also, if something's coming at your eye, I don't understand how a puff of air, you're not going to close your eyes. Sorry.
Totally. But then I also thought, I'm like, once I found out there were numbing eye drops, I'm like, okay, if they really needed you to keep your eye open, they would have put those drops in your eye.
Right.
So I have questions. But I love your hair. Everyone go watch the video version of this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can watch it on Patreon.
You can't see. Let me show the highlights.
No, it's so good. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so fucking cute. It's going to look so cute no matter what you do, like how you style it too.
Yep.
Like that's what I love about highlights is because like once everybody has natural highlights from like going out in the sun, but like once you add the chemical ones, then when you like put your hair up in ways that like the hair doesn't naturally hit the sun, you have that definition and it's so fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I told y'all that, I'd be looking different. And I told Megan she would see it first.
And that's all I asked for. All I asked for was I need to be able to see it first. And I got a text right as soon as you finished your very long hair appointment. And I was like, oh my God, I fucking love it.
Yeah. Sorry for the live stream.
Well, hey, beauty takes time, guys.
I mean, we started at 1:30. Fully thought we were going to be done.
Yeah. I mean.
Didn't finish till like 9.
Yeah. That's if I have like a 1 o'clock appointment, it's taken till the evening if there's color involved. But it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you can pull the weight for the gorgeous hair today because I need to wash my hair so desperately.
It doesn't look terrible.
It's
not, perfect, but it doesn't look terrible.
It's incredibly stiff.
Well, luckily you're just sitting, Yeah. You're not in the wind, so it.
Oh, no. No. It's the headphones. If I don't have the headphones on, then it like really can it can do what it wants to do. But right now we're here. But where we also are is on the podcast where we're going to give you some advice because this is an advice podcast. And we also talk shit. We also gossip. We have fun. We have a good time here. So if you want to call in, you can leave us a voicemail at 310-694-0976. International listeners, you can send an audio message at meghanpodcast@gmail.com. You can also fill out the form that is listed in our show notes and on our socials. You can send us a DM. For the audio version, voice memo or voicemail has to be under 3 minutes. For the written version, under 300 words. And if you have been around for a while, you know the rest of the rules. And the only one that really matters is that you are over 18 and you know how to tell us a story. Like, you know how to tell us what's going on so we can give you the best advice.
Right.
Because we want to give you good advice. And we're not here to judge you unless you desperately need to be judged. And most often, if you're like, my friends are like fine with this, nope, they're not judging me, but I need to hear from you. That's because you want us to judge you because you need that. And other times it's like, they're all judging me and then we're here to tell you that you're fine. So we even it out.
All right. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I had a tape that I did, and then I did a lot of gardening, doing my absolute best to just, like, be better at gardening. Like, it's a skill, and I think I, like, forget that I ignore things like fertilizing, and, like, I literally just saw a TikTok that was like, don't use this soil, use this kind of soil. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I, like, wasn't even thinking about that different brands of soil are very different. Not even the ones that say like, oh, this is for planter beds. They're like, yeah, but it's not as good. It doesn't have as much nitrogen. And I was like, okay, now I'm getting sciencey. So we're having to do all of these different things to the garden. But
make sure you're talking to like the people at where you get your plants.
Yeah, we do. We talk to them about that.
Because it's also like specific to the area that you live in, not just
and the plants
and the plants, yes.
Some that are more like that need more nitrogen, some that need less, some that need more acidic soil, some that need less. So we've been doing that. And then we expanded the clover lawn and we are going to keep expanding it everywhere. And I'm just like getting every day attempting to get closer and closer to my like English countryside cottage garden, like secret garden vibe. And we'll see. I have ended up on Peggy Martin Rose TikTok, which are these like climbing beautiful roses that don't get sick as much as the other ones. And I was like, oh my God, I need these. But everyone's like, but they only bloom like 1 to 2 times a year. And to that, I'm like, you guys, they're flowers. Why do you know? April showers bring May flowers. Like in general, most things are dormant for like specifically things with like colorful flowers. Like they don't have colorful flowers year round. So I'm deciding if that's what we want to go into. And then I've been doing a lot of painting and crafting because I can't knit yet because of my burned hand, which is doing so much better.
Good.
Right?
It looks a lot better.
It does. It's still pretty dry, specifically like in the cracks, and it still has like friction pain. Like I accidentally like scratched it and cried. But I can like touch it and I can like gently like rub it, but I still can't knit yet because like the yarn will get caught on it hasn't totally finished peeling, so it'll get caught there. And also like this is like my working hand with knitting, but this is like what will like hold the tension of the yarn. So it's the what I would be better off if it was the other hand, because this one needs to essentially like hold the yarn tight and like the yarn like passes over your fingers and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, unless I like figure out a new way how to knit, I think that I am having to take a little bit of pause. So that's why painting has been easier. And yeah, I'll show you. I mean, this might be a sneak peek for my vlog, but if not, it's already up. But I did this one. And then the better one, I don't have a picture of.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty.
I would buy that from you.
I was thinking about that after I finished it. I was like, this would look nice in your place, or a vibe like this. I was thinking I should make some more.
Yeah.
What you did inspire me though. You know what I wrote down on my to-do list yesterday? I wrote, make gynecologist appointment.
Yeah. This is my time for doctors right now. This is my doctor.
I can tell you're getting
month.
like, and I was like, oh, I gotta start doing shit. I'm behind.
Yeah. So yes, make your gyno. Everybody, make your gyno appointment.
Apparently, there's like a new thing on social media of like, so we've moved past. I mean, people are still demonizing birth control, but now they're demonizing pap smears and being like, don't get them. And I'm like, oh my god,
why?
Because people are saying that they're uncomfortable or painful, and like
they're
that's
not.
fine. That I don't think they're
literally
uncomfortable
not.
or painful whatsoever. I think if you find it so deeply uncomfortable or painful and you are not sure why, because like trauma, vaginismus, or like there are certain things that like your body can respond that you logically know why this is like such a physically uncomfortable thing for you. But if you don't know why it is like so painful and it hurts, like that's a medical thing. Talk to your doctor about it without a doubt. Like there's an explanation for why if it causes you that much pain. Like there is either a emotional, or which would be something you know, and that's something that you're aware of, or something you're unaware of, which is like a medical reason why it's that uncomfortable. It shouldn't be that uncomfortable whatsoever. But also like cancer's really fucking uncomfortable. Like it's like the risk versus reward of it is and the whole thing of being like, you know, they just like don't do enough research about women's health, and like they need to do more about this and like give us other options. And I'm like, no. This is this is what we have. If you're going to turn away like the progress we've made, and like birth control is one of the most fucking researched things ever. Like if you're going to turn those things down because you want there to be better options, like, but not participating in the system doesn't mean that the system doesn't exist. And it doesn't show that there's a need for studying women's health whatsoever. So, I've been seeing people talk about how they're unnecessary and traumatic, and so people refuse to do them, and like that's something that like it can be scary, it can be traumatic, and you can even just like have like a phobia of it, like you don't like needles, but like that, so like you make your appointment and you work your way up to that, and like that's the responsibility you have.
And I tell the people too, like you have to talk to them.
Yeah, you're allowed to have like a rational or irrational fear of something, but like when that thing is your healthcare, you do still have to participate, but like that fear, that phobia, that anxiety, those nerves, that can dictate the way in which you go about it, not if you do it or not. And also, like, I just think a lot of people also don't even know, like, some people haven't even gotten the Gardasil, like the HPV shot, and like all of that other stuff. And I'm like, it's straight up cancer. It's not like just sex. It's not like ST. And like, yeah. So I that stresses me out, and I need to go. And I took a really long time to go to the OBGYN, not because I was scared of a pap smear, but because I was scared they were going to tell me I was going to die, like that I like had something that would kill me or whatever. And I've said this before, but like my old OBGYN said like the most comforting thing ever, that I don't even think she understood that like that was exactly what I needed to hear. But she was like, hey, if you're dying, I'm not going to know it on the first time, like the first appointment. Like, you don't have to worry about me telling you that or any doctor telling you that on your first appointment because, like, I don't know. Like, I won't be able to know, or I won't be.
Right. They haven't ran those tests.
Yeah. And so it was like, oh, okay. So I had this whole fear, and it was that was stopping me from making the first appointment. Like, I wasn't scared to make the second appointment. I wasn't scared to get, like, I was, like, so afraid that if I went, that this would change the trajectory of my life, like, forever. And, like, that's just not possible. So, and that was, like, very helpful. And I took a really long time before I got the pap smear. Didn't hurt at all. Was not scary. Totally fine.
Yeah. The first time I went, I was very nervous. And then I was just like, that's it after. Yeah. Like, it literally takes a few seconds. And was like, I truly was like, oh. And my doctor kind of, like, laughed and was like, see, I told you. It's not that big a deal. But I was in my 20s then. But, you know, it's never, like, you should be going regularly. Also for mammograms, too. You need to get that done. You should be checking at home as well.
Yep. So that's what Melissa's doing after this. Hell yeah. Do you have the same OBGYN or do you have a new one?
I have a new one. We're going to see. And then I have eye appointment, optometrist next week.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see fine. But I just haven't been in, like, years. You should be going yearly. But I haven't.
I just assume, as somebody who can't see, that that's the only people who go to the optometrist.
Because there's also, like, eye cancers, too. Like, you have to get everything checked.
Great fucking point.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that with the dermatologist, because Mott's goes to the dermatologist every 6 months, every year, but he's a lot of moles.
Yeah.
And so I am like, oh, I went for acne, but and they would do, like, regular mole check, but, like, I haven't gone in a long time for that. And I was like, oh, I should, even though I don't, like, have a lot of moles, I have, like,
outside
some.
A lot.
Yeah, but I have, like, nothing new, but I'm like, oh, but, you know, I always make Mott's, like, check my back and, like, see if, like, anything's different or whatever. But I was like, oh, I should definitely just go because of, you know, all of the things, like, just checking your body.
Yep.
Good call. Good call.
You writing that down too?
Yeah. And I wrote down that I have to wash my niece's princess dress that I thrifted this past weekend. She's going to be so fucking excited.
Oh.
It's so cute. So fucking cute. And now I have to get her brother Pokemon cards because I can't.
Yeah, you can't get one without the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give a shit about clothes.
Is he having a kindergarten graduation?
Probably. Oh my God. If so, I can't fucking wait because I get pictures all the time of, like, the whole class, like, anytime they do whatever. And the kids in that class are so fucking cute. Like, he's obviously adorable, but all of them are so cute. They're at the age where they're, like, just always pulling their pants up. You know what I mean? And so, like, everyone's pants is just, like, so high. And they all have those, like, grimace little smiles. Oh my God, I need to ask. I'll write that down too.
Yeah. My niece's was this week. And I've always known she was tall, but I didn't realize, like, I haven't seen her next to the children. Oh my God. She's like a full head taller than them.
We talked about, because they're born within, like, a couple months of each other, we've always, like,
weeks.
Yeah, we've always joked that it was like, if you put them in the same room, it'd be so funny because she would be, like, twice of him. But now knowing that, I look at my nephew, he's relatively small in his class and he's 6. So, like, he's older in the kindergarten class.
Yeah. I was like, geez.
Track star.
Yeah. She loves gymnastics.
Oh, my God.
Loves gymnastics, but I'm like, girl, she's going to grow out of it.
Wait, she's so tall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She's a leader. She is. She knows all this. She's not looking at any of the other kids.
No.
She knows exactly what she's doing. Hey, you might have another performer on your hands.
Great. Love it. Since her sister is now too cool for school.
What's her vibe now?
Just kind of looking sideways at folks all the time.
Well, she's still doing that when she was making
yes, but it's not. Before it was more like she's in with the joke on things, but now she's just like judging.
Oh, okay. Before it was a little more like social commentary and like spooky, and now it's a little more just like judgmental and directed.
Yes.
God, that's so funny.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to give some advice.
If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the idea of learning a new language, you are not alone. Studies show that 70 to 90% of people trying to learn a new language give up. And I hate to admit it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I have been one of those people. I've been a part of that percentage.
Same.
Multiple times.
Many of times.
Fortunately, Babbel's built so that it's really easy to get started. They understand that people learn differently, so you can dive into a podcast when you don't quite feel like a quick lesson. You can speak out loud to get that practice in. You can explore courses based on specific topics, and even create your own customized review list, all within the app.
Learning a language with Babbel is all about small steps, big wins, and progress you can actually track and feel. Babbel recognizes that real-world connections are the heart of language learning. Their courses are designed by over 200 language experts, real human beings, to teach you relevant words and phrases you'll actually use, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks.
I really want to get better at Spanish. I've talked about this before. That is by far the most relevant secondary language or even primary language to learn here. And I have always been nervous about it because it's not just something that you use when you travel here. There's more opportunities to talk in person. And I've always been good at writing, but I'm not so good at having the confidence to speak out loud. And I think that's what I like the most about Babbel, is because I can talk into a phone. I've talked into a phone my whole life. I can talk to a camera. I can do all of those kinds of things. And that to me actually builds up the confidence, and not just clicking the answers, all of these things here and there. I can actually get the confidence to speak.
Yeah, I agree. Spanish has always been the language that I want to be the most fluent in, because I feel like us living here in the U.S., it's our second language here, especially in California.
Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, you can get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/don't blame me.
Get 60% off at babbel.com/don't blame me, spelled BABBEL.com/don't blame me. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
From hidden Mediterranean gems to the wilderness of Antarctica, Silversea invites you to explore the world in greater depth. Venture to over 900 destinations across all 7 continents. On board small ships that set the standard for elite ocean travel, every journey opens doors to extraordinary discoveries. And wherever you sail, you can expect the same Silversea promise: unrivaled service, unmatched comfort, and unforgettable memories. Visit silversea.com to learn more.
We're back, and it is time to give some advice. First up, this person is 23, she, her. I found out by accident that my boyfriend of almost 3 years has an engagement ring. My initial reaction was shock, because we had chatted that, yes, we were getting engaged someday, but it never had the "it's this year" chat. We're going on vacation at the end of May, and I think he will do it then. I'll be freshly 23. I'll be, sorry, I'm having a hard time reading this sentence. I will be freshly 23, and for context, we live in the Midwest, so I'm not even a child bride here. Well, I hope you know you are a child bride here, and as the coastal elite, we do set the standard.
Yeah, but, my sisters both got married young, so who am I to judge? And it's not, and for them, not young.
Nope. I have
all
a few
their friends
things,
are married.
which is great. And some are divorced.
Yep. My friends, mostly divorced.
I have a few things giving me anxiety. One, if I hadn't found out, it would have been a total surprise. Not a surprise he wants to marry me, just the timing. 2, my friends didn't know or are playing it cool, but I think they genuinely didn't know. 3, I didn't get to try on rings, so the sizing will probably be off. 4,
You didn't try it on when you found it? Sorry.
Oh, good question. Yeah, actually, I don't know if it could be one of those hot potato things. You open it and then you throw it. It's like a bomb. You throw it across the room. And so maybe she didn't want to look at it too close. But you're right. I don't know that I would have thought to try it on. And realistically, if I found it, I'm not going to forget that I have ADHD. I might forget that I found it. But like, I
wouldn't forget that.
No, you should try it on.
Yeah. You know where it is. At least just hold it up. Like, you can hold it up and see, like, that's my ring size. You know what your ring size is. Compare it to your other rings. Just put it next to it. Put it on top.
It's not the exact ring I had in mind, but it's still gorgeous. And number 5, a few months ago, I almost broke up with him because my needs weren't being met. This feels like a fast turnaround. He showed growth, but it's also only been a little while, and he still has some behaviors that perpetuate that. I feel like a conversation a few months ago could have solved this anxiety. Low-key freaking out. Should I feel completely at ease and trust my gut? He's 25, and almost all of his friends are engaged. For context, I am an anxious overthinker, LOL. I'm going to go even deeper on you. I think he probably bought the ring those months ago when you guys were having problems. And that was the solution.
And then he fixed it. And then he kept the ring. But as we've said on this podcast, the engagement itself should be a surprise if that's what you want. But going into it, you should be prepared. Like, everybody should be consenting before the engagement is asked.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you talked about it, but was it like a for sure, like, yes, we're going to do this now? Obviously not, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be having these questions, especially the part of you wanted to break up just a few months ago. That means you haven't, and you're still like thinking on that. You haven't worked through those issues fully yet. He's shown some growth. I'm sorry, but I need a grown man. Like, you need to, I mean, growth is a constant thing, but if it's not to the point where you're like, yes, 100%, I'm down to marry this dude. No.
Well, to me, this also just sounds like he doesn't know you that well, because like you said, you're an anxious overthinker, and he's just going to like surprise you with an engagement. Like, anxious overthinkers don't need someone to like take the wheel and just like control the life. It's like you need to have conversations to ease the anxiety. And so do you know what I mean? Like, it's not something where it's like, oh, this is just solved by like, I don't give you an option to overthink. Like, that's not that's not sustainable, and like that's not a relationship or a partnership. So like, all of the facts that you have in here, to me, I'm like, that having a conversation, even if it's multiple conversations about like, yeah, we want to get married someday, is not the green light to propose. Like, I'm a firm believer in like you said, like, we haven't had this is going to happen this year. Like, that it needs to be that. Like, and because also, unfortunately, like, a lot of the time, engagements, when you make it more of a surprise, it makes it so it feels harder to say no, because saying no when you have the stakes like that, and it wasn't cleared, we didn't have that conversation ahead of time, like, I didn't have some idea that this was coming within the next calendar year or whatever, then it makes it hard to say no, because it makes it like, if I say no, we're breaking up. Like, and that to me is like just so not fair, because it's not indicative of like how much this person cares about you or how serious it is. But it's like, no, if we want to like get into the most serious, biggest partnership ever, like, we have to be partners in this. Like, it has to be collaborative. So I think this is, I know you don't consider yourself like a child bride, but you mentioned that all of his friends are engaged. You didn't mention anything about like your friends. And I think that like there is something to be said about men who their friend group gets in, like it kind of just becomes like a faster track for that. And it is not indicative of your relationship and where you're at. And if you both are ready, it's if he is ready and he wants to make that next step for his personal life. And that's what it sounds like, because like it's been like you almost broke up with him a couple months ago, and like he's made some growth and progress and change, but like that's pretty fucking recent. I think I would be low-key offended if someone just decided to pop the question right after that. To be like, whoa, like, did you think that I wasn't going to follow through on that? Did you think that, like, me confronting you about your behavior in X, Y, and Z, and, like, you improving on such a minor level, you thought that was a green light to go ahead, this is our future? Like, I want more of a partner. Like, I want more of that. So I don't think that you're overthinking this at all. I think he's underthinking this. And I think that you're like, should I feel completely at ease and trust my gut? Your gut, I think you're a little confused with your gut saying, because like right now, everything that you're sharing with us, your gut is not like, this is cool, this is chill, I'm happy with this. I don't need to read into this. This doesn't feel layered. This feels very easy. This is the easiest yes ever. I think you should trust your gut, but I think your gut is telling you that like this is too fast, and it's too fast for you two. It doesn't matter if it's not too fast relative to your community, to your peers, to your friends, but like it is too soon to get engaged a couple months after you've almost broken up because your needs weren't being met. Because your need is not an engagement ring. Like,
yep.
And I think oftentimes men can think that is like, that will fix this. And like the more serious the relationship is, that you will inherently treat each other better and the relationship will get better, when in reality, it just makes the stakes a lot fucking higher and it makes it a lot harder to leave.
Right.
So.
You can't put a Band-Aid on something that's still being, like, you gotta actually work through everything first and see if this is what you want at the end of the day. And you have a lot of doubts.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And like, you know, if you're like not sure your needs are being met or they weren't being met, I don't like the assumption that now he thinks they all are. And so now it's time for an engagement. It's like, talk to me about it. And also like, what if I have a ring I want to pick out? Unless you say you want it all to be a surprise, I'm like, why does he get to make that call and that decision? But I would bring it up before the trip. I would be like, hey, I saw a ring here, and like, I think that's something that like we should talk about. I know we've talked about the future, but like, I don't know if you are planning on proposing on this trip or whatever that is, but like, I still view our future is us married, but like, I don't think that the timing right now is exactly what I'm looking for or what I want. Or you can play the psychological warfare game, which I don't think you should do because your relationship is not necessarily like in a great place, but like being like, oh my God, I hate when people like totally surprise engagements. Like, that's crazy. Did you hear so-and-so like just like completely pop and they had no idea? Like, I don't think that's the healthy way to do it. And you sound mentally like screwed on. So I don't think that that's what you will partake in.
I don't think it's a bad idea though.
Yeah, like, or even
but
just being
I do think you need to talk about it outright. But I don't think like if this is going to be your future husband, you should be able to talk to him about everything, no matter what. But
I kind of want you to make him feel a little stupid.
Yeah,
because like this is really fucking stupid. And like, I think it's more cruel to be like, hey, this is really fucking stupid, than being like, oh my God, did you hear this insane scenario I just made up of this person who did this, this, and this? Like, how fucking crazy is that? Like, that's insane. And have him be like, oh. Because also, like, your friends, also, if I was a friend, I would be like, hey, what the fuck? To him. I'm like, she found a, huh? So I think you just need to call in the troops. And like, he needs to know that like, this is a crazy thing to do. And like, if you can move past this and grow from like this poor decision making, like your relationship will be incredibly strong. But I think if you say anything about this, that this will implode the whole relationship, then this relationship is not it.
Right.
I also want to know what the ring looks like. Watch it be like a You, Me, and Tuscany, and it's like, this wasn't for you.
I truly don't. I never really want to see people's rings because it's such a personal thing. And, you know, what I think is ugly, somebody else loves. So I don't want, and sometimes what I like, other people hate. So I don't want to see it.
She said, they're like, it's not what I would have picked. It's nice. But that's where I'm like, okay, I know your vibe, so I can respond accordingly.
Yeah. You should get the ring you want.
Yes. And he should know what the ring you want is.
And he should have been talking to your friends, too. And your friends should have known better.
Well, I don't think he talked to the friends at all.
I know. But like she said, if they could be playing it off.
Oh, I'd be mad at my fucking friends if that was the case.
Then they should have known better.
Yeah. They should have known that there were problems, like, that wouldn't have fixed anything. So, yeah, you gotta, sometimes, I'm just know I'm channeling my West Coast bitch to your Minnesota nice, your Midwest nice, trying to be like so polite. Take some of my Bay Area bitch and just feel through that and convey that, because like this is a crazy, crazy fucking thing.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Amazon presents Jeff versus Taco Truck Salsa. Whether it's Verde, Roja, or the orange one. For Jeff, trying any salsa is like playing Russian roulette with a flamethrower. Luckily, Jeff saved with Amazon and stocked up on antacids, ginger tea, and milk. Habanero? More like habanero, yes. Save the everyday with Amazon.
United connects you to more of the world than any U.S. airline, and United for Business can get your company where you need to go. Whether you're growing a business or managing travel for thousands, they offer solutions to fit your needs. Track expenses, create reports, and manage traveler perks. Plus, employees earn Mileage Plus miles while your company saves on travel. Get started with no minimum spend or flight requirements. Visit business.united.com/podcast.
When you have 4 new tires, every drive feels fresh. Right now, buy 3 Select tires and get 1 for just $1 during the GMC Certified Service Fresh Start Tire event. Visit gmc.com/service offers or see dealer for full details. At participating U.S. GM dealers only. Highest or equal value tire will be $1. Offer ends May 31st, 2026. Not available with other offers.
And we're back. This weekend, I went to a comedy show. Well, it's an improv show called Who All Gonna Be There. I went to the very first one last year. And it's cool. It's created by somebody that we're friendly. We've never just like hung out one-on-one, but we've hung out in groups. Her name is Yasmin. And so I went to one last year, and then she also had one a couple years ago where it's been more than a couple years where she like had this vision of this is what the improv show is going to be. And so this one was part of like this at the top of this year, which again, this show's only been going on a year. At the top of this year, she was like, I want to be in Netflix. What's it called?
Netflix is a joke?
Yeah. I want to be part of Netflix is a joke. And they got it. And so
wow.
Janelle, Ava from Abbott Elementary was there. O'Shawn, the guy that plays O'Shawn was there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
He's a work of art.
Yes.
He is. I mean, that it's a gorgeous show. It's an absolutely gorgeous show. And when you're on a gorgeous show and you shine being extra gorgeous, like that's a otherworldly level of hot.
Right. Right.
My nipples are hard.
And Kendrick Sampson was there too.
Cool.
So, yeah, it was a fun show. It was a fun show.
Did you see the Mayor of Arcadia?
Yes.
Okay. This is so crazy. So if anyone doesn't know, the Mayor of Arcadia is a neighborhood in Los Angeles County, and it is wealthy, very beautiful. The house, I always joke, so like some of my favorite thrift stores are in Arcadia, and like my favorite thing that I find so funny about Arcadia is like if Sims built a neighborhood. You have all of these gorgeous, huge, amazing houses. None of them look like they're on the same street. They don't look like they're from the same era or like the same vibe designer. Like it is, as opposed to like other areas of LA. And I'm sure there are certain sections of Arcadia that like have a little bit more of like a cohesive architectural vibe. But like other parts of LA, like it looks like LA. Here, I'm like, this could be New Jersey. This could be any, like, it's just all these big, beautiful houses that look like you made them all in Sims and you made different vibes for different families. But last time I was in Arcadia, we were driving by and like there's a golf course and like there's a big parking lot next to the golf course and like a community center or whatever. And there's these cars with like all of these like big taxi style like pyramid like signage, like the big ones that cover the whole top of like a sedan. And I was like, like I wonder what that is, because like they're not professional, they're just like regular people cars, but with like this big advertising on the roof. And I was like, I wonder what this is. And I looked it up, and it was for the Chinese Communist Party. And I was like, that's a little weird. Like it's a different thing that is like essentially like through the Chinese Communist Party. It's like this organization or whatever. And I was like, oh, weird. But even Wikipedia was like, that's what the tie is. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that was like as much of a thing here. And I was seeing a lot. And I was like, odd. And then fucking like 3 days later, I see the thing of like, the mayor of Arcadia has been fired for having ties to the Chinese Communist Party and for like not disclosing that she was like submitting stories to to websites that promote that language and propaganda that she was using to like push through all of that. And I guess her like partner was arrested as well prior to this. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. She confessed. She pled guilty and then the official charges working as an agent of China. And they've been saying this for a while, and I thought people were just being racist.
Me too.
But
I do stand by that it is still a little racist because like we have ties, there are government and political ties to other countries that are like very deep and very, very, very intense, but like because it's our ally versus China, like that's fine. And so I do think the grandstanding of like any foreign involvement in like our politics is like that is a hard line. And I'm like, no, it's not a hard line.
It just depends on who it is.
Yes. And so I was like, damn, imagine if this happened for any sort of relation to other, because like she confessed, it sounds like she has like a tie to it, but like there are much deeper and more visible public ties that other political figures have to other countries that happen to be our allies, and that's fine. And so I'm like, it's just odd to say you're supposed to be outraged about about any foreign involvement except like if it's our friend. And I'm like, I don't know them, so like, is it stranger danger? Is it not stranger danger? Is it any involvement or what? But I was so shocked by that, and I just have to say, they're trying to use this as like the Democrats or whatever, and I was like, okay, no.
Also, I just want to say, if you're in government, or really most people, please don't use AI images of yourself, because I was looking at her official government picture, not the same person.
Yeah, like. I was like, oh, this is a fake news art. Like, I had to do much more deep diving because I was like, oh, someone's making up lies about this poor woman. They've changed her face. No, that was what the photo she was using as her official government image. Which I also think that, like, if you can't, like, remove a Getty watermark, I don't think you should be able to, like, put your government photo through, like, the yassification app. Like, I just don't think that's, like, that storyline in Abbott. Like, I just don't think that's fair. I have no desire to talk about the roast.
Oh my God. You know, I almost went. Me and Sonam were going. Yeah. And I'm so glad we didn't go.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I just like saw some of the jokes, and then I saw someone being like, the writers on this. And I was like, there are writers on it, and all the writers are white. And I was like, And like anything
he has
Shane
a
Gillis.
whole production company. I don't understand. That I watched Cat Williams' full thing, and I was like, yeah, this is what they needed. Cat has been exposing people for years. And he tells the truth, and now people are listening. Yeah. Like, he'll go on platforms that he knows like will be mad at him just so that he can tell the truth. And people want him there because he's funny, but they don't think about the truth part.
Well, it also feels like he knows that like he has to plant the seed, and like however long it takes you to find it, like that's fine. But like
the tree might be fully bloomed, but it was there.
I'm not waiting for the eyes. I'm going to say it, and the eyes will find it. Like, the eyes and the ears will find it. I'm going to do this, and then I will have a extensive track record, history, and phone log of all of the fucking times that I've said this. And, like, he's got a perfect record. So then people go back. Like, I always, anytime anything happens that he essentially predicted, I, like, go back and, like, watch all of his other stuff going, okay, let's see what's coming down the pipeline. What else does he know?
So, he said, I might tell a joke, but I'm never told a lie.
Yep. No lies. I forgot how good of an actor and how funny he was until one of them days. I was like, oh my God.
He's so good.
You're so...
But like, the thing is, he's turned down. Like, in his roast, he was like, the only reason that Kevin Hart has the career that he has is because he gets the roles that I turned down. Because I refuse to be the coon in the joke. I'm like, yeah.
Well, he does so much of like his own. He is, and him as himself is so funny, and like he does so much of his own stuff that like when I watched one of them days ago, I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Like, you're not just like funny. You're a really good actor.
You should. I know I'm always telling you to watch Atlanta, but like you should watch it Atlanta. But like the thing about Atlanta is you can just dip in with episodes. You don't have to watch. So there is like a through storyline. But you can just watch individual episodes because they're their own thing. But he had an episode called Florida Man. I think that's what he won his Emmy for.
I'm already intrigued by the name.
Yeah.
I'll write it down. We need a new show. Anyway, we just finished...
Or Alligator Man. I think the episode was called Florida Man, but his character was Alligator Man. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a new show, so that could be... We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch Margot's Got Money Problems.
I have that on my list too, and it got renewed too.
Oh, lovely, wonderful.
Running Point got renewed.
Good.
Jay Ellis is booked and busy. Another one of his shows got picked up too.
Oh, which
It's a
one?
cop show, so I won't be watching it. But it's a spinoff of that ABC cop show.
911.
No, I've just when I said that, I was like, "There's actual multiple."
Yeah,
ABC
I was going to
cop
say, you want me to
shows.
start listing?
The Rookie,
which I think The Rookie is in fact a spinoff of.
and I think The Rookie it's his own thing.
It's a remake, I think.
And then it had one spinoff that had Niecy Nash, and then this is another spinoff.
911.
911 isn't.
Isn't? I thought that's what Niecy's on.
Mm-mm.
Oh, sorry. She was on Reno 911.
Oh, yeah. Totally different show.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting it mixed up with. I was like, no, I've definitely seen clips of her in something with 911. But I assumed in my mind we're calling the police. No, she was in Rookie Feds. I should have known that. She was in that billboard by your old place. I would see her all the time. I was like, hey, hello. But damn, good for him.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got Mindy's other show plus Running Point. I'm like, this man, very booked, very busy.
Good for him.
Very handsome, very tall.
Yeah, he's gorgeous to look. Like in spoiler for anyone who hasn't caught up on Running Point, even though it's set the stage in season 1. That like the idea that like Max Greenfield, lovely, love Schmidt from New Girl, but the fact that like we're supposed to like see Jay Ellis and him side by side, and it's like, gosh, who is Kate Hudson going to pick? I'm like, is she gonna pick the complaining, whining dentist who constantly talks about how he's being taken advantage of, even though he is so much of his own money, he's independently wealthy, and or is she going to pick the person who's also deeply in love with basketball and who is Jay Ellis? I wonder. I loved this season though of Running Point.
Perfect show.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for another season. I was wondering if they were going to do, God, what did I just recently think that they would include? Because something had happened with basketball. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll include that in it. I can't remember. But I do know that the character that she's based off of, the person she's based off of, is in fact endorsing Spencer Pratt.
Oh, God. Who else?
I'm just hope she lives in Beverly Hills, so she can't vote for him. That's all I hope for.
Did you see that old actress, one of my favorites?
One of the old white ladies you love? Sally Field.
Nope. Jane
Fonda?
Jane Fonda, not Spencer Pratt, but she endorsed Tom Steyer.
Seems like Hassan Piker's also endorsing Tom Steyer.
Yeah, I saw that pretty early on. Or no, it was like a month ago.
I mean, if I have to vote for him, I'll vote for him. Like, if that's my option, I will without a doubt vote for him. I would be the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world if I have talked so much shit on Rick Caruso for having billions and not fixing the politics to then turn around and vote for a billionaire who, like, says he has the same politics as me. Like, because, like, that fundamental fact that, like, I have, that is, like, makes no fucking sense to me is, like, if you have money, you have the power, and, like, money can buy you even more power, but, like, money itself is in fact the power to, like, make a change. So, like, I'm, like, I don't even want to say, like, I'm fundamentally against people who have that much money running for office, but, like, I do think that, like, you don't need to run for office if you have that much. You can make all of this other change, and specifically, you can make that change to make it undeniable that I should vote for you because you've already fixed so fucking much, but, like...
And you can also use that money to influence, people that are actually qualified to run.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that, like, people should be using their money to influence politicians. But if you see yourself as being on the correct side, then maybe, like, throw fundraisers with your other friends to find, like, that candidate that's gonna, like, there's ways that you can use your money.
Yeah.
For better.
Not everybody's a director. Some people are just producers, and that's okay. Like, directors need producers. Creatives need those people behind them. And, like, I also think that, like, if somebody... And it is the gall of the white man. It is, like, the white man's plight, is that, like, specifically, like, they think that they are the only one who can do the thing. Like, it has to be them. And so, like, I truly do think if you cared the most about this, like, you would, and this is my big issue with politics regardless, is, like, you would in fact endorse the person who, like, has the experience to do this, and, like, you would you would join forces. If this was written by Shonda, in my dream world, you would join forces and you would back the guy who has the experience, who has all of this, and you would be like, you have my resources. And then it's like, not even like a dual ticket, but like collaboratively, publicly, I'm going to help you. And then you're going to get all of those votes. But this whole thing that's like the Bernie fucking thing of being like, I'm not going to, Hillary's not the right, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, cool. So, by the way, if you just work together, you can, come on. Like, I just think that there's, and I also think that there's when we criticize non-politicians for coming in here and like making grand statements that they can't follow through on, I think that like the best thing you can do as a politician is to not overpromise. Like that's just what you should do. And so like stop people being like, sorry, he had the best response to criminalizing ICE and like, you know, sending them all to jail. And just like ban it and doing all that. I'm like, but he can't do that. And so like Becerra's response of being like, I will press charges to like anyone who's committed criminal, like that is what he actually can do. But like someone else's response can without a doubt sound more progressive. But like it's not about your personal like belief system and like what you would do in a perfect world. Like it is like about if you're qualified for the job and like if you're gonna vote for someone being like, oh, he is going to criminalize the entire system of ICE, and then he does not do that, and then you're upset, but he could never do that to begin with. So, like, I also want Karen Bass to sue Spencer Pratt for defamation. Because you know what he started saying now?
What?
I'm living in a RV because Karen Bass burned down my house.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. And it's also a lie.
No, you're not living in an RV. And also, like, you cannot say that she burned down your house.
Right.
She, like, that, you cannot do that. And I think that, like, letting that happen and, like, even, like, airing all of those things, like, I think I think that should be like illegal to say something like that because like when we set that precedent of being like I was being hyperbolic, you can't do that in this. Like this is just not okay. But yeah, and everyone's like, well, he has a political science degree. Okay, and he also sold underage nude photos of the Olsen twins. So there you go. Also, go to a coffee shop, throw a rock, every barista there, political science degree.
Yeah.
Like political science degrees were
and
what
I would trust them more than
were.
Spencer Pratt.
Yes, 100%.
Barista? Please.
Yeah, I love that. But like the idea that a political science degree can get you the job as mayor versus a job working as like a runner in a campaign office or like it can get, without a doubt, it should open a door for you in that field. It should not open the biggest door for you immediately.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll get into an update. All right, we're back.
Hey, Meghan and Melissa. So I'm the girl who called in about 2 years ago with the friend who said she was flirting with everyone and her. So I have a couple updates for you. She is currently engaged, about to be married, and her husband, she was the other woman with him, and he is in a profession that is widely known for cheating. So
baseball.
Wouldn't be surprised
Dennis.
if that happened to her later down the road. Whenever I got her invite to the wedding, prior to this, she was talking repeatedly about meeting my boyfriend when we came to the wedding and come early to the wedding because they can meet each other and we can all hang out. So I get my invite and I don't have a +1, so whatever, I accept it and text her, hey, I was under the impression that I was getting a +1. I don't know if something happened with your website, but no worries. I just wanted to let you know in case something was going on. I don't want to put you in an awkward position. So she sends me, I kid you not, the most ChatGPT answer and basically is like, no, you can't have one, whatever. So then I stew and I get mad and she tells me, she's like texting repeatedly, hey, are you coming? Are you coming? And keep in mind, I'm a graduate student. I have no money. So finally I'm like, I can't make it. The dates don't work. Whatever. So I'm just kind of done with her, but I also wanted to update you guys on my life because I'm really proud of myself. So I graduate in a week with my master's degree. I currently have been accepted to my dream job. I am dating the absolute love of my life, and I think I'm going to get engaged in the next 6 months to a year, and truly could not be happier. So even though that friendship didn't work out, everything is working out for me. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys because I've been listening since literally the first episode and feel like I've kind of grown up with you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God. I love that. I love that. I'm a firm believer in like, you know, when we are like being our real selves and like that sticking up for ourselves, like holding true to our values and whatever, like everything else falls into place. And like, that's what like it is a loss of a friendship, but like ultimately like it's not a loss. You have so much you've like, gained in your life, and like sucks that other people like can't get to be able to like witness that and see that with you. But it's not your responsibility to like hold yourself back for them. So wow,
Congratulations.
What a weird thing to be like, can't wait to meet him, bring him early, we'll all hang out. By the way, how do you have time to hang out before a wedding?
Yeah.
And like,
what was that about? Was she trying to steal him?
That was initially my first thought too.
Me too.
Was like, hey, let me see him. Let me see if I want to walk down the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I want to swap out the groom. Want to do a little tradesies? No switchbacks? Actually, she'd probably like a switchback option.
Weird. Well, you know, sometimes it takes a while to get rid of a friend, but we're eventually getting there, you know, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you found the love of your life. I'm happy that you're graduating from grad school. That's incredible. And also I'm happy that you have this job that you love.
That's like an absolute dream. Like perfect sentence. I'm graduating from getting my master's, and when I graduate, I have my dream job.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, there's no better
in
fucking
this
sentence.
economy.
That's what I mean. Like that's insane. Like in general, a lot of the people, everyone I know who has a master's, like they don't make a lot of money. Like it's very tough out there. It's like a very hard, very niche kind of thing. And it's like, no, I have my dream job, and like that's the best.
Yeah.
And you deserve it. And this is great.
So I'm really happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what the degree is. I want to know
the
who
job.
he is. I'm very nosy on this situation. I want to know what the profession of your ex-friend's fiance is.
I want to know how they met when she was the other woman. I want to know where they got married.
Also, is she like I presume that they're a couple, and no judgment, but I presume that they're a couple that like, you know, cheating is fine.
It has to be, because how do you have a wedding where you invite people? Because I have to assume if you're the other woman, you get married, you're eloping. You're going to you're going to like a resort in Cabo, just you two. You're doing something. But like when you have like gotten together by nefarious circumstances, you don't usually bring your friends and family to like witness you getting betrothed. Like it's just usually not how especially if like that other person was married or like anything like that before. So I have to assume that like this is the crowd they run in.
Yeah, it's not
this is
like
very normal.
It sounds like the type of people that it's not like an open relationship, but it's like if you're cheating, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah, and like both of their parents, like that's how they were like that too, and they're just like walking around with like the big martini glass, being like, oh, and so, and you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Well, I don't understand, but
to each their own. I'm glad you found each other.
Well, and also like, why do you need to get married? Do you know what I mean? Like, now you've just made this a little more difficult. You can't just like walk away once you're bored. You like bounce on and on and on. So maybe there's no prenup. Maybe that'll help.
All right. Thank you so much for the update. I still want to know more, so update us again. Join us on Thursday for But Am I Watching, where we'll be doing Joyride. And then we'll be back next Monday for another episode of Don't Blame Me.
Bye.
Bye.
This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.